Good morning. It's Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. I love to help people keep their money, and I really, really do. Having with me, of course, my instant cup of decaf. If you're paying more than $1 for a cup of coffee, you are paying way too much. I enjoy my 10-cent cup of coffee. How's everybody doing today? I want to talk to you today about the importance of always knowing that it's the little things that add up. I made up my mind that there are a bunch of charities that I really, really love to place my attention to. And every once in a while, I place my attention to, feedingamerica.org or Habitat for Humanity or St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Now, why am I mentioning all this? I'm mentioning this because I want to talk about the importance of how every little thing that you do in your life adds up. Now, we live in a world of choices. I could choose to have a $3 a day cup of coffee. I could. I could make that choice. I absolutely could. I refuse to make that choice. Now, let's think about something for a minute. This is going to be airing on a Monday, okay? Now, let's say that I decided to have that $3 cup of coffee Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Multiply 5 times that $3 cup of coffee versus 5 times 10 cents, which is the value of which I have paid for the cups of coffee that I've been drinking. Now, what can I do with that $15 instead? I can do a lot of things. One of them, for example, is making an intentional donation, let's say towards the St. Jude's charity of choice, for example. Just saying, there are other choices as well, whatever. I'm just using that as an example. Let's go talk about gray hairs for a minute. What does gray hairs have to do with any of this? Well, I'll be the test pilot on this one. Just a few short years ago, and even you could witness this by looking back at my old videos. Just a few short years ago, I started off with 1, 2, maybe 5 gray hairs, and they're so cute, and maybe I would just ignore it and maybe just get a scissor and cut them out. It really, literally, I don't want to look at this right now. I'm not ready for this. Now we're talking probably about 5 to 7 years back. Okay. Then little by little, you live your life and, aging happens. It's just part of life. And actually aging is a privilege rather than a complaint. So I'm just saying, all right. Now, so then all of a sudden you realize I have what I call a Lily Munster streak. Everybody knows what I mean by that. And then I even goofed about that about 2 to 3 years ago. All of a sudden, that streak became more like a streak here, a streak there, everywhere a streak in my hair. So the thing is this. So I had 2 choices to make. I could buy extra hair coloring and just go on the uphill battle, or I could learn to accept it. So what I did was I got these color wands. They sort of look like a little bit of a mascara thing, except it's made for the hair on your head. And what I love about that is that I have the option on the days when I want to look and feel slightly younger looking and frame my face better, that I could in an instant just use the wand, and that works. It's really an amazing product, I have to tell you. In fact, on one of my older videos, you actually see me doing it in front of you to show you the incredible difference. So what does this have to do with anything? Little by little, things add up. What started off as a couple to 5 hairs that were cute little gray things that made me laugh, I'm getting old, blah, blah, blah. And then laughed it off or cut them out. And, time kept going by. And you know what? Mother Nature is not going to stop. Mother Nature is not going to stop. So let's dial this back to a completely different topic. That's in terms of saving. Now, did a month go by? We just finished up with the month of June. Whenever you're hearing this, it doesn't matter. It could be any name of any month. The prior month, you lived through, didn't you? Right? You're here listening to this, so my assumption is you're alive and listening to this. Just saying. All right. But that month went by. The year calendar year began January 1. Doesn't matter the year number. The calendar year began January 1, didn't it? How many months have gone by? First, it starts off as days. First, it starts off as hours. Then it goes into days. Then it goes into weeks. Then it goes into months. What? What am I driving at? I'm driving at how every little thing adds up. See, here's the key. Time is going to go by no matter what you say or do. Now, if you do something in the positive, in teensy weensy, itsy bitsy, yellow, you know where I'm going with this, or in the negative, conversely, if a person's doing something in the negative, like let's say eating too much sugar or candy or never exercising, and yeah, I'll do it next week. But meantime, next week didn't come and 7 days went by. Let's say if that person still ate way too much sugar or didn't drink enough water, negative habits, not enough sleep, you know where I'm going with this. Why can't we take this application of knowing? And to me, it is the simplest formula on planet Earth. Time is going to go by. Like, remember that old TV show, an old soap opera where you see a picture of an hourglass? You know the one I'm talking about. And just think of any hourglass. The sand is coming through that hourglass, denoting passage of time. Time is going to go by no matter what you say or do. You can't push it back. Now, some people say, well, I'm going to push back that calendar date. You might be able to push back an event. You might be able to play games with your clock or an old-fashioned wristwatch, turn the dial. But certainly you cannot stop time from happening. So here's where we go into the fork in the road. Now, let's get back to the coffee thing for a second. I choose to spend about $0.10 a day on my cup of coffee that I personally enjoy. Now, if you don't drink coffee and you drink something else, whatever, try to pay the least for it and get the maximum benefit. That's my best suggestion. So here's the thing. I could let a week go by. So let's say I went the 7-day week, $21 on coffee, $21 versus 70 cents. Do you think you could handle such a change? See, this is where I get a little frustrated when people say things to me like, but I can't afford to save. Really? Maybe you can, you just don't realize it. This is like people's homework assignment that want to do it. Optional homework assignment for today. Look and analyze your habits. Ask yourself, is there something you really, really want to do and you keep saying, I can't afford it? Maybe you actually can. So this is your homework assignment. Look for the little nook and cranny ways where the money is going through the hourglass instead of the sand. See what I'm saying? Or the leaky wallet. Or your money could be, just flying in the garbage can every month without realizing it. Like those wonderful subscriptions that perhaps you don't even care for. Magazines you don't even read. Things you forgot that you've done. It can happen to any of us. I'm not just sitting here playing a blame game. We have all done it. I'm just being a little bit affirmative about don't limit yourself by saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. And by the way, saying I can't afford is never, ever a good thing. We're going to talk about that on tomorrow's show. All right. All right. I think you got today's message. And whoever does your homework, let me know in the comment section below or whatever comment you'd like to make. And hopefully that this video was of value to you or someone else. Don't hesitate to share it. And if you did get some value from this video, thank you so much for clicking the like button. I really, really do appreciate it because this platform raises the algorithm. More people get to see it. More people get to get help. All you have to do is let them know that you did get value from the video. I really appreciate every single one of you. Hey, listen, everybody, have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care now. Bye-bye.